from Baxter's 942 Bar and Grill in Louisville, Kentucky. This is Shooting from the Lip live.
Wave to Facebook, Eric.
What?
Facebook.
Hey, what's up, Facebook?
Hey.
Already got people talking over to us over there. I like it. Yeah. My name's Eric McEwen, and right across from me, Mr. Kevin Hale. To your left is Miss Claire Hale. How are you, Claire?
Hello, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
Claire's with us tonight.
So, first segment, as always, now what we're doing is the first shot.
First shot of the night.
So, what you got, Kevin?
For us, I kept it simple. Our normal bartender, Miss Heather, is not here tonight, so I just went with the. You'll see.
Try it. I can smell it.
You can already smell it. Cheers,
Cheers,
my brother.
man.
Happy Tuesday.
Same to you.
Remember, Amber.
So, what do we have for the first shot?
Check this out. For starters, it's a heavy show. I'm going to try to run down what we got. We've got Mr. Noah, the man, the coolest kid in town. He's going to be on the first segment. We're going to be promoting Mend Noah's Heart, the benefit that's coming up April the 19th, 4/19.
A week from this Thursday.
This Thursday that Kevin Cummings, Lauren, Judy, they all are involved in making it happen. So Noah's going to come on, and we're going to see if we can get him to talk to us.
I don't think it's going to be a problem.
I can't wait to talk about
we're going to have fun with him. And what else you got?
We got Gavin Caster, Matt Jaggers from the radio. WCHQ.
WCHQ Crescent Hill Radio.
Crescent Hill Radio. They're going to come on, talk about what they do there. We've done inner promotions for their shows, our show, and they're supporters of us, and looking forward to talking to them.
Deal.
Jake Badger is going to be on talking Jericho Woods, him leaving WildWood, going from, in a sense, a wood to woods, going from the wood to woods, yeah. He's going to come on. We're going to have Zach Longoria for our local national trending news.
Zach Longoria.
Yeah.
Can't wait for
Kevin
that.
Cummings and friend tonight is Cody Martin, American Idol finalist. Not finalist.
He was definitely, he made it through the audition.
He's
from Louisville, Kentucky, making us proud.
And the location of it, what's it, L.A.? Is that where it is? Or?
He got to L.A.
Yeah, so he's the guest. He's the friend tonight for the Kevin Cummings gig, so he's going to join us for a few minutes. We also have, who else do we have? We talking, let me pull up. Got names.
Oh, in the last segment. Erick
Kleinhelter, Rikki Little from Brother Ravens Tattoos are going to come on and talk about an event they got coming. It's a grand opening for them.
Where are they going to be?
It's in Middletown. So,
cool.
Yeah, so they're going to come on and share.
Is there a tattoo shop in Middletown right now?
Evidently. Well, there's going to be.
There's going to be.
So,
right. Look out, Lake Forest.
We got a full show. What we're going to do, get Noah situated.
Yeah.
We'll be back with Mr. Noah. And then that's it.
Sounds good.
Let's real quick. You talk about you, bro. You had I want to because part of the reason why we here we're doing our thing is music. I'm a fan of the local music scene. You're a musician here in town. You had a busy weekend, brother.
Yeah, it's crazy. Our great friend of the show, Mr. Skinner, Chase Skinner, we played Friday night and we played 2 gigs Saturday, so we had a little marathon. But it was a lot of fun. He kills it only the way Chase can kill it.
It's good music and it's very entertaining.
It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of jokes, and we have a blast. We just like tell stories and make fun of each other, and then Chase gets up there and kills it. So it's great.
Very cool.
This week is going to be fun too, and we'll talk about that later.
Talk about that. We got a lot to talk about. So
all right.
Let's take a quick break. Get the video set up. Get our first guest hooked up, and
here in just a couple minutes, we'll be back with Mr. Noah, Shooting from the Lip live.
Let's get this cat. There's a cat in here. Get the cat away.
Kitty. Kitty.
From Baxter's 942 in Louisville, Kentucky, this is Shooting from the Lip Live. I'm Erik McEwen. Right across from me, Mr. Kevin Hale.
Hey.
And, hey, who your left? Who's that?
He is the coolest kid in Louisville. No, Mr. Noah. Hi, Noah.
What's up,
How are
Noah?
you? Thanks for coming here.
Who's sitting next to you, Noah?
Who's your buddy next to you?
Kevin.
Is that
Kevin?
Kevin Cummings?
So is.
Right next.
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
How are you, Noah?
Good.
These headphones are cool, aren't they? Yeah.
Headphones, you get to hear yourself talk. You get to hear us talk.
Yeah, he always likes using any microphone. He does it at my shows sometimes. He loves it.
Are you, Noah, do you like listening to Kevin Cummings sing? He's a good singer. Yeah, he is good. He's good.
Definitely.
But, I mean, he likes Eminem way more than he likes me, though.
Really?
I mean, he's got the Eminem hat
Look at the
on.
hat. There you go, Eminem.
Wow. Lip Nation, look at that.
That's all right. Good catch.
Ow.
What else do you like? I know you love some Eminem. You all right now?
Yeah.
So Kevin, we're looking at next week. If you mind briefly letting us know, or in great detail, either way, what's going on next week for this young man?
So, yeah, big show here at Baxter's 942, the 19th and 6 o'clock. We have, 6 o'clock till late, so just,
Hello.
you can talk at any point. It's for this kid anyway.
Right.
Tell people
What
that
are
they
you
need to
doing?
come to the show next week, the Noah show. That's what he meant. That's a different language, but it's saying, come to the show next week. With we got Trippin' Roots, Laurinide Band, Soul Circus, WildWood, and Miller and the Other Sinners.
Miller and the
Very
Other Side.
possibly Eminem's going to show up. That's not true, but it would be cool.
It would be.
Technically, it's possible.
Yeah. Noah, do you really like Eminem? What's your favorite Eminem song?
I don't know.
They're all great.
so
Oh,
they're
you
all
know.
great. They're all great.
You've
right?
got a few that pick one. You know, don't act like you don't know.
What's the one song you like to sing to when Eminem starts singing? What's your favorite song to sing to?
Till I collapse.
There you go. You ask it, we receive.
Yes.
Now, Noah, you're really into Legos, right?
Lego aficionado.
Yeah. How long have you been like a Lego guy?
I don't know.
All right. Well, that answers that question.
Does your mom step on any of your Legos?
In the middle of the night?
No.
And if she hasn't, I'm telling you, it's a great thing to do. You'll hear her sing a song.
Yeah. She would never use a curse word in those moments.
It'll sound like a Twisted Sister song or something really screaming, Megadeth or something like that.
Yeah. That's where it comes from, right there. Absolutely.
So part of this benefit we're doing, Noah, you're going to be signing Legos, right? Signing Lego. And then we're going to...
Well, he's going to have little Lego things that he built, and I think Steve put little cases and everything, and they're really cool looking. And then they've got the official Noah signature, so they'll be worth millions one day.
Of course, absolutely.
It's a present for you, Noah. You can open, by the way, if you want.
Really? Let's open it.
Right here on
live.
the air.
Who brought you that present?
Lauren was at an Air Force museum or something, and so it's a light up helicopter.
Oh. Look at that.
What's that?
What is it?
I don't know.
It looks like a helicopter. I think you know what that is.
Laser
You know all
pegs.
about helicopters.
Yeah. Noah, you have no idea how much power you have right now. We're going to have...
Everybody's
We need
watching
you.
you right now.
This is what I need you to tell these people how much they need to come to the show next week, because I'm not as cute as you. That works. Do that. Just make weird noises. I'm fine
sound
with that.
effects. Where's that kitty at? Is that kitty still running around? I think someone stepped on the cat's tail.
Yeah, that was a mad cat. The first one was a little cute kitten. That one was somebody stepped on that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a kitten. That's not a... That's the... That one sounds like it's in heat.
Sometimes he decides he's a puppy.
Oh,
I'm okay
we
either
have
way.
we got puppies here? Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Rarely, oddly enough, rarely does he decide that he's a little boy. Like, that would make sense, but no, he's... Very rarely does he want to do that one.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah, he does a good old man voice.
Kevin,
Hello.
Get out of here.
to take us kind of full circle here with what's going on the event. Real quick, share with people what has Noah really gone through in the last year or so. Judy's here. Judy,
You should talk.
yeah, jump in, Judy.
Yeah, I think yours.
There you go.
Yeah, here you go.
Okay, there you go. Put that on. Oh, we got Judy on too. Yeah, Judy could. Yeah. We got Mama Cat. We got the. Would that make her a coot? No, she's a cat. There.
Watch your mouth.
He's still got his headphones on. Yeah.
How dare you?
Talk to us, Judy. What's been going on with him the last year or so?
The last year, that's been kind of a downward spiral, really. We started having some issues with his heart, and then we went in for a routine checkup and found out he was in failure. And so they went in and tried to figure out what it was, and it wasn't one smoking gun. So we got the bad news that they weren't going to be able to fix it. So we're looking at heart transplant, and
You're on a list, right?
yes, we just went through all the testing, huge amount of testing the last week and a half, and we just got the okay from the liver doctor, and that he is a go for it. And here in the next couple days, we'll actually be placed on the list. So
Well, cool.
it's a lot of technical things to get put on a list. It's a huge process. So.
Can only imagine. I know, listening to him, I couldn't tell. I can't tell there's an issue. So he's in good spirits for the most part, right? I mean, am I missing something here?
Well, I've always laughed because he was born with half a heart, and I would hate to see him if he had a whole heart, because I don't think I'd ever be able to keep up with him. I mean, he's just kind of wowed all the doctors and everything, and it was really just a surprise that all this happened the way it did. So
How are you doing?
I just get up and I put one foot in front of the other. So that's all you can do.
Of course, you've got great support around you as well. I mean, that goes
I
without
call that
saying.
my Louisville music family.
Yeah, and the families here, they'll be stepping to the plate next 4-19.
What a lineup.
Yeah. Again, the music community does its part to take care of its own. And Judy, with Bistro, you're a huge, player in town. So, so
I met a lot of great people whenever I first came to Louisville, and I started at Stevie Ray's Blues Bar. It was kind of my foot in the door here, and started a lot of friendships and met some amazing people, and I just ran with it. I knew that this was where I was supposed to be, and I love every minute that I'm here. So I thank everybody for all the support and everything they give.
yeah. So there you go. Noah. Judy Huebner, yes. Kevin, again, we got this playing out next Thursday, the 19th.
Yeah, so come. It's only $5 to get in, but then there's a million ways to spend money when you're here.
Right.
Silent auction, and then there'll be a raffle. There'll be T-shirts and koozies, and somebody just sent me today a picture of a button. It's we're gonna have some buttons to sell. So there'll be all kinds of Noah memorabilia.
So next week we're looking at next Thursday. So week and 2 days from now, we're looking. Gosh, I'm looking at the Facebook page now, Kevin. There's a ton of people on a Thursday coming. This is incredible.
Everybody's so confused on a Thursday. Like, people live every day of the week if you do it right. You people that do it twice a week, I don't understand. Quit your jobs.
Yeah.
Do something.
It's Thursday. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, it looks like there's over. If all the people show up who say they're going to here, this place is going to be nuts.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we're
And I'm
probably
looking-
talking OSHA regulations are going to probably be but we won't. I'll edit that out.
So this guy over here. So we're looking at so starting at 6 o'clock. The lineup is enormous. We have Soul Circus, Lauren Odd Band, Miller and the Other Sinners, the Trippin' Roots, WildWood. This night is going to be crazy. Kevin, thank you so much for all you're doing for this little guy, and you got to have so much love for this little guy right now.
Yeah, he's pretty much my favorite person to hang out with.
All right, shooting from the lip takes no offense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you all were in the running for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't understand.
But we'll be back also, this is our weekly thing, our weekly gig. So
Right.
next Tuesday we'll be doing, our next show will be 2 days before the gig. So we'll be heavily promoting it as well. So
It's gonna be
And then,
crazy.
Lauren and I will be on Great Day Live Monday morning.
Cool.
So we're going to sing and then talk about the event. So anyone that wakes up and watches the news, do that Monday.
Sounds
Very
great.
cool. All right.
That's perfect.
Mr. Noah, can you hear me over there still? Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Give me a bark. Can you bark for me? Kitty.
You can tell Steve, hey.
Yeah, say hey to Steve.
Hi, Steve.
Yeah.
I love you.
Ah, very cool.
All right.
That's pretty adorable.
Thank you,
Good
Mr.
stuff.
Noah. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all you do for us. And as an inspiration, we thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. Noah.
And Mr. Cummings and Miss Judy.
Say thanks,
Lauren.
Noah. Or hit the microphone, either way.
He's
He's really into these mini, chewy sweet tarts, and I don't blame him. They're really good.
Another chronic. Thank you again,
Appreciate you guys.
Kevin and Noah and Judy.
Much
this
love.
has been Shooting from the Lip live at Baxter's 942. So who we have up this segment? Teased a little bit, but what are we doing?
Gavin Castor, Matt Jaggers. They're from WCHQ 100.9 FM in Crescent Hill.
Crescent Hill Radio.
What's up, guys?
Actually, we have dropped the Crescent Hill moniker.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
We are
Nothing like
WCHQ.
correcting us from the get-go.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Sorry about
I just
that,
want to get
guys.
right. I just want to get
Sorry
it
about
right.
that, Yeah.
We're fancy.
Well, it's tough because Great Day Live, we dropped the moniker about 6 months ago.
Okay.
Because when we got the new property, it's on Melwood, and it's on the west side of Melwood. And it's funny because if you're on the west side of Melwood, you're in Butchertown. If you're on the east side of Melwood, you're in Clifton. But we decided we're Louisville, We encompass all of Louisville. So we dropped it off. But we were on Great Day Live yesterday. My wife recorded it, and we were watching the playback, and the banner across the bottom said Crescent Hill Radio, and face palm.
Dope.
Yeah. Vanetti at the same time was saying, in the first spot, he said, "We're right here, Crescent Hill Radio," and we're not Crescent Hill Radio anymore. We're 100.9.
100.9.
Yeah. And it's funny, every time somebody asks me the question, "What's your frequency?" I cannot say those numbers without sounding like a DJ. So.
Right, and I was about ready to ask
Yeah.
you, maybe I can take a lesson from you. Give me an outro.
You're listening to 100.9 FM WCHQ Louisville.
Oh, he's so good at it.
He's so dreamy when he says it. You just want to look at him.
But before we get into, both of you all are musicians, so before we get into that, we
Yeah.
gotta talk with WCHQ. You both have your own shows there.
Yeah.
Gavin, you have had me on your show. You've been
and Greg.
guest. You've been a co-host with me a time
Yes.
too. So we played off each
Honored,
other,
man.
and from me to you, I've always appreciated the support that you've given us.
Oh, absolutely.
And
this is a great thing you've
Yeah,
got.
and I appreciate that. Tell us about your show.
Well, I took about a 4-month sabbatical off the air, and came back just last Monday. It's on Monday nights. It's called In the Studio, and unofficially In the Studio with Gavin Castor, but In the Studio, live in studio performance like we've had in the past. The difference now is our new studio is big enough we can have full bands, whereas before we could
Wow.
have 2 or 3 people, and the room was small, couldn't have drums. We had drums, but the neighbors started calling on us. But now we're down on Melwood Avenue between Mitt and Julep Tours and Bob Collett Auto Sales, so we can play as loud as we want. But
Nice.
we have an in-house drum kit. It's a 4-piece kit with mesh heads and silent cymbals. And a lot of drummers come in and they're kind of skeptical until they start playing and they hear them through the headphones, and they quickly change their mind. It sounds phenomenal. The way we have all the drums are on their own board, and we've got them dialed in real nice. And we have it.
So in the studio on Monday nights, what are we looking forward to? What do we get to experience from on 100.9?
It's an in-depth interviews, and some people want to say play the music. It's basically 4 to 5 songs from the artist performing live.
These local artists.
Local artist, yeah. That's all we do. It's all local, regional, basically the state of Kentucky and southern Indiana, the border towns, I call it, along the river. And
that would qualify Jake Badger to even be part of this.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would. And we had Villamir's going to be on May 14th. So, and they're in New
Kendra's
Albany.
an incredible guitar player.
Oh
I'm
my
looking
God,
forward
yeah.
to that. I'm definitely tuning in for that.
Yeah, they are my obsession right now.
Nice.
Their CD is in my Jeep and playing constantly.
That album is already dropped.
Yeah.
Okay,
it
good.
dropped April, or this is April, March 15th at Zanzibar. It's a 5-song EP, and it leaves the listener wanting more, which that's what you want. And
Always.
Wanting more.
wanting more.
We
The
kind of have
recording-
that same impression with our listeners, right?
Yeah, always
We want
leaving.
them to want.
Always leave them wanting more.
Wanting.
Yeah, whether we achieve it is another thing.
That's a whole.
So, Matt, you're we were talking about in the studio with Gavin on WCHQ right now. What do we have going on?
My show is called the Matt Show, and it's on. I took a little time off myself from being a little sick, but I should get back on air in maybe a week or two.
Nice.
But it's Saturday nights from 10 to midnight, and I just talk a little bit, act like a goofball, which isn't a real big stretch. And I just play great music by great local artists, people like Gavin, who
Bless you.
I just play a little bit of everything. You'll hear a little bit of country and a little bit of rock, folkabilly. I think a good song is a good song, and I'm gonna play it regardless of the genre.
Be honest, Matt. There's no ego with your show name because it's Matt. I mean, it's not. There's no ego in that, right? I don't know. I kind of like if it was Kevin. I want to. We
the
try that?
Kev Show.
Kev show.
Yeah.
Kevin.
The story behind that was growing up, I was the youngest of 3, and I guess always wanting a little bit of attention. I would do like a little Johnny Carson talk show,
Right.
and I would make my mom do the intro, and she'll say it's the Matt Show. And I'll come out and do a little joke. I'll do a little dance, and which that's usually pretty funny, once or twice. But about the 100th time when my mom
Once
goes,
or twice.
Yeah,
He's right. He's got a point.
the Matt Show.
We need to take notes from this guy right now.
Exactly. 3 times. If we say something 3 times, it's
times.
Man, it's not good.
Yeah,
you're
Third
dying.
time, no.
But yeah, Mom was a good introer.
Nice. Well, cool.
And I will say this: in the past, I listened to it it used to be on Friday nights, and it's a great show when you're out bar hopping and cruising along. It's just a really fun ride.
Are we getting a little of everything? Is what it sounds like.
Exactly.
And-
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm in. I don't know about you. So we have Monday nights in the studio. Gavin Castor at what time again? Sorry.
8 to 9 p.m. It's a
8 to
1-hour
9
show,
p.m.
and I've got a lineup. I haven't posted the lineup yet, but it is on the WCHQ website.
Who do you have
under
coming
show
up this
guest.
Monday?
This Monday is Forrest and the Photons.
Forrest and the Photon.
Yeah,
You all also have an app as well, right?
we do. We have a killer
so
app.
jealous.
On
Yeah.
both platforms?
Eric,
Or-
Yes, on all platforms. Yeah.
We'll get in that, brother.
Get an
It's
app.
about them right now,
Okay,
okay?
fine.
Jeez.
The Shooting Lip app.
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah.
We're going to do it.
it.
So on both platforms, we can find WCHQ on both platforms
Yeah,
for the app,
yeah,
right?
for both Apple Store and Android app
Are we
store.
able to stream live?
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
And then we get to see what's coming up on your show. We get
Yeah.
to see what's coming up on the Mad Matt show.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, you
Let me
got it.
pull it up for you.
All right.
And I got to make sure the phone is turned all the way down so it doesn't start playing. But
Live streaming as soon as you pull it up?
you could set it that way. I've
Yeah,
got it
that's
set
cool.
that it doesn't. But you can go in the settings, and as soon as you pull it up, it starts playing. And it's in clear CD quality.
All right.
And just like you would, listening to your music player.
Yeah.
But we also have direct links to our Facebook page, which is really cool because we Facebook Live a lot of our shows. Like right now, Flies on the Wall is playing, and you pull up the app and you just hit the Facebook app, and it takes you right to that
Nice.
post. Instagram, Twitter, we're on all that. So WCHQ FM is our tags on all the media. Social media.
Well, this sounds like fun. This is completely local, Kevin.
Very local.
Yeah.
And-
This is a local company doing a local broadcast with local musicians.
Yeah.
exactly.
And that's what we need here in Louisville. And
That's
thank
our
God we have
tagline.
somebody. Is it really?
All local music.
All right.
the
Well,
time.
now since you gave me this great outro, you got to give me the tagline.
Oh, okay. Yeah. 100.9 WCHQ FM. All local, all the time.
Do we have a
It's all-
tagline? We don't have a tagline.
Well, not yet, man.
Shooting from the lip, yeah.
I mean, that's 4 words.
That's
I mean,
that's a cool
it's
thing,
a good
too.
start.
That's an awesome T-shirt, by the way, Kev. I'm
you.
sorry I
Yeah.
forgot to wear mine
That's all right.
tonight.
You got one. We got it. Yeah. We need to work
I mean,
on
we
our-
got it. I did post a pic with my cat sitting on my lap with the Shooting from the Lip shirt, saying she loves Kevin Hale's Shooting from the Lip T-shirt. Yeah.
Where's Noah and the soundbite?
Where is Noah when we need him? Good job, Kevin. Thanks for capturing that. All right. Hey, Gavin, Matt, thanks so much for showing up tonight, man. We're definitely looking forward to tuning in this Saturday with Matt. This Monday coming up with Gavin Castor. Obviously, somebody I see at shows a lot. I have a lot of fun hanging out with Kevin.
Oh,
or
thank
Gavin,
you.
sorry.
Gavin's amazing.
Yeah.
Kevin's all around me,
Kevin-
sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, you're right. There's,
A
what,
lot
3
of-
Kevins here tonight?
We've got Rikki and Erick. Rikki and Erick, and of
Rikki
course,
and Erick.
How you doing?
they got a benefit coming up. But they've got they're involved with the Brother Ravens Tattoo and Art Emporium. Did I say that right?
Yep. That's,
All right. Which is opening up
That's right.
in Middletown.
Yep.
Erick, start
Where?
with you. Erick, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So where is this going to be? Where's the grand opening? Where,
The Emporium is located on Shelbyville Road, 11509 Shelbyville Road, Suite F. It's the first tattoo in Middletown, first tattoo studio in Middletown.
You said that. You called that right because he earlier said, "Is there even a tattoo in Middletown?"
No,
Not until now.
Not until now.
Not
There you
until
go.
now. So we'll get Owl Creek representing. We're going to have Plainview and Lake Forest. All these people are going to come out and see you.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
I
so when
hope
they
so.
go to the country club, they're going to be sporting. all
Right,
this shit.
right.
Man, this is
They're
gonna
gonna
be
have him
great.
looking good.
Yeah, when
And
they
that's
show up
what
at the
it's
country club,
about.
they're going to show up with these bandages over their arms and stuff.
Yeah,
lower
good.
backs.
Good. Oh, it's about damn time.
but it'll look good.
But it'll
look
look-
real good.
Give us some history. What is? I mean, clearly you've been doing the tattoo thing. So, how long? What was the concept of this?
Well, I've been scheming this for about a decade. I've been tattooing professionally for 13 years here in Louisville, and it was just the time. You know, I thought about it long enough, and it was time to make the move. So we did it, and we found an awesome location. We're right across from Mark's Feed Store, and
Familiar with that?
And everybody knows where Mark's Feed Store is in Middletown.
In Middletown.
It's a real nice building, and I have an area where I allow local artists to show their work.
Oh, cool.
It's not like your typical tattoo shop. It's not your mom and dad's tattoo parlor that they went to. It's not the biker tattoo parlor. It's Art Emporium.
Isn't Tattoo Charlie's on Berry Boulevard?
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, just checking.
You can come and see your neighbor's paintings or your friends' artwork that's hanging on the walls. You know, we have a billiards room.
Oh, wow.
It's a nice location.
Billiard. You were incorporating. Keep talking.
Well, a lot of the art's going to be involved. So this is going to be not just a tattoo parlor. This is going to be an experience, is what it sounds like.
Right. It's a multifaceted. You know, come for the art, stay for the tattoos.
There you go.
I do want to clarify, when he says billiards room, it's not somewhere that you're going to come put quarters in a pool table.
Right.
It's somewhere that if you come up with your buddy while they're getting tattooed and you're hanging out, or maybe you're waiting for your appointment to get started, there's something for you to do other than sit there on your phone.
Right.
There you go.
Wow. Genius.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And right in the heart of Middletown, right across from Mark's Feed Store. What a great location. It sounds like you've just worked everything out. So your experience, been in the industry a while.
Yeah, 13 years professionally.
13 years professionally.
And
so you have a lot of history with it, a lot of experience. Anything that we've seen, anything noteworthy? Where have you been before?
I've worked in a lot of local shops. None that I want to speak of.
Right. Well, you don't need to.
But I'm Louisville's biggest secret. Let's put it
I'm looking at his art right now.
See it.
And it's prevalent, it's beautiful, it's artistic. And then we look over to Rikki, and I mean,
I trust him
what
enough.
we can tell is that she's covered.
Yeah, well, I have to ask. I don't know, and I didn't ask the question prior to, but what is the connection between you two?
This is my wife.
Okay.
And she works with me at the studio. She also does a lot of crafting and jewelry and things that we have for sale there at the studio, as well as photography.
Is it safe to say her ink is courtesy of you?
Yes.
All of it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Most of it.
Okay, most of it.
Except
I
for
have
a
a couple
foot.
of pieces I had
Except for
before
her
we met.
foot. You're not into feet. We get there. Foot, you don't have a foot fetish, right?
No foot fetishes.
Well, this sounds great. This sounds like the spot to go to right now. Right in Middletown, in the heart of Middletown, right across the street from Mark's Feed Store. We have this amazing experience for a tattoo parlor.
You got a grand opening coming up. Share that with me.
Yes. Well, we're doing Friday the 13th. First off, it'll be $20 tattoos, and then I have some premium designs that are $50. They're all pre-designed flash. Then the following day will be our grand opening on the 14th, and we're going to be doing a charitable event with Saving Sunny, which is a local dog rescue foundation.
Well, that's awesome.
If
That's
you donate
amazing.
to Saving Sunny, you'll go into a drawing for a $300 tattoo giveaway.
Wow.
There's a lot of other things we're doing. What else are we going?
So we're offering discounts all day on Friday and Saturday. Friday, anyone who purchases one of the flash tattoos can book a future appointment with a 20% discount on the total tattoo price.
Wow.
We're offering that deal again on Saturday for the whole day. Anyone who books an appointment for 3 hours or more gets entered into that $300 tattoo giveaway, plus all of the other giveaways that we have going on. We're doing tickets to We Are the Weirdos variety show. There's a class package being given away by Freestyle Fitness. These are not raffles. You're not going to buy a ticket. It's just coming in and donating to the organization, or if they book an appointment for any future date and put down their deposit, they get entered into these giveaways.
Not only are these amazing tattoo artists, I mean,
You can tell. Look at it. You can just tell.
Yeah, but they have a cause, and they're doing good, and they're donating their time to something that's worth something.
I've got something that's worth something to bring up.
Oh, God.
My man Eric McCewen, bass player, acoustic player, local musician, cool cat. does not have a tattoo.
Oh, he's a virgin.
He is a virgin.
He's a virgin.
I'm calling on you guys to break the seal.
Be gentle.
Be gentle.
You know what, Eric? We will extend that 20% discount to you if you will let Eric pop your tattoo cherry.
Right. Eric and Eric.
Okay. All right, Eric. Here's the deal. And I've only told one other person this who's a big friend of the show. I turn a milestone age, let's say, in September.
It's okay.
By the time, if I do get a tattoo, it's going to encompass. I have no threshold of pain.
Really?
Zero.
Sometimes it's not your pain threshold that says it's time to quit.
Low key, I like it.
Yeah.
You know.
Like it.
So,
But you also
so
like it.
I'm, to the Lip Nation, everybody who's listening right now, and I swear, if y'all start commenting on what I need to have on my body,
We need to do this.
I will not reply. But
This is
I issue a challenge.
Game on,
to Eric.
Eric.
If you have something that you want to see on me, you have a design.
Yeah.
would be perfect for him.
Oh, so you're giving me artist freedom.
Creative
Let's get
control.
to know each other a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then I'm down with it.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely down.
And I'm saying this
Check this out.
on the show.
On the show, we're going to do it, and we'll connect the podcast.
we can
to
have
this
the podcast at the shop.
But
and
before
everything.
they do that,
Wait.
we got to get loyalty.
You're gonna do this live?
we
Why
can.
not?
Oh, so wait a minute, no, man. Like, what if I was wanting to
MySpace
bitch
radio.
out?
Your tolerance for pain is
Right.
But we'll check the loyalty first. Before we do that, at a Eric BQing gig, we'll invite you all to come out and watch
Right.
us. We'll connect, and you all can hear. You can listen to him and watch him play. That way, you can really come up with the right ink, right image for him.
I can do it.
Let's set a wager. How about that? You know. But anyway, this is something you guys have to come back on.
Oh, I'm down.
I want to hear what happens after the grand opening. Like I want to see what happens with this, and we will see what we do with other Lip Nation people. Definitely, Lip Nation. If you have a T-shirt, wear it. Wear it to get your tattoo. And let these guys know that you support shooting from the lip. That'd be great.
Just say lip shooting from the lip. They'll because
We know the code word.
With the code word.
Awesome, Eric, Rikki, thank you so much. Let's get where can we find more information about the event?
Social media.
Social media.
Yes, social media. If you go to Facebook or Instagram, you can find us under Brother Raven's Tattoos. Brother is spelled out BROTHERRAVENSTATTOOS.
Brother Raven's tattoo
There is
and art
not.
for him. I'm liking it.
Yes, there
I'm
are
liking
three
it right
T's.
now.
Are those
and
big
tattoo
TTs or
people.
little TTs?
Oh, dude.
Those are little.
The kids are in bed. It's after 10,
I
Eric.
swear, you can't take this guy anywhere. That includes Baxter's 942 Bar
Not
and
a
Grill.
big TTs. I like all TTs.
All right, you're cut off, Gavin. So what we're going to do, we're going to share your Facebook page with the Shooting from the Lip Nation so they know exactly where you are.
Well, thank you.
So we know what you're capable of. And this thing, look at the designs on this photo. You can't because your computer's so...
No.
Get a
I
Mac.
already looked.
Mac.
These people are legit.
I'd like to
Yes.
add about our grand opening that while we're offering the discount and the entries into the giveaway all day on Saturday, so from noon to 10 p.m., we have a special event happening from 3 to 6 p.m., and that is when the people from Saving Sunnies will be out in person to talk to people about their organization. I really recommend you come and talk to them, especially if you're an animal lover. They do really wonderful things in that community, keeping dogs, especially pit bulls, out of the no-kill shelters and finding good homes for them. But the donations that they are accepting is cash, Feeder Supply gift cards, Amazon gift cards so that they can buy pet foods.
Right.
They're also looking for topical flea and tick medicines. And collars and leashes. Those are the things that they can use for the animals in their shelter.
This is great.
So if any of those donations will get you entry into our giveaways.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, live, we just shared the Facebook page. We're at, I think, 300 and something likes for you right now. Let's challenge the Lip Nation right now to get you at least 500 before the grand opening.
We would love
come
to
see us.
that.
Yeah.
And,
I'm going to make a stop there Saturday.
You're going to stop there? I'm not going.
I know. You got gigs.
I mean, no offense, guys.
He's got gigs.
I know what this guy's capable of, and I'm not going to end up in the chair.
You won't. You got gigs. There's a time and place for that. But Eric,
I know what happened.
Oh, it's coming.
I
It's
show up,
coming.
and here comes a bottle of Jägermeister. And next thing I
I think
know,
I got one in the freezer.
I have a bunch of Grateful Dead shit all over, which I'm cool with. By the
I'm
way.
down. I am down.
And man,
I got some inks that are so bright.
All right.
Eric,
Thank you
Rikki.
so much.
Awesome.
Eric, from the Brother Ravens Tattoo and Art Emporium. Great things coming up. Very charitable people. If I do get a tattoo,
Ixnay on the
whatever. This is the only place I would absolutely go to.
We're gonna make it
The
happen.
shop looks gorgeous. The Facebook page looks gorgeous. Thank you so much. Thank you for all you're doing for the canine community, especially.
I got a 6-pound Yorkie who's a bad mofo. He'd appreciate.
That explains so much.
Well, we appreciate y'all having
We're
us
going to take
on.
a very
You
quick
know,
break.
Rikki.
Thank you so much. This has
Thank you,
been
guys.
from Baxter's 942 Bar and Grill in the Highlands, shooting from the lip live. This is Shooting from the Lip live. I'm Eric McEwen. Right across from me is Mr. Kevin Hale. And who do we have over here?
Every probably two or every third show, every fourth show, something along those lines. There's got to be a Jake Badger appearance, a Jake Badger sighting. You know, we see Jake Badger as much as those people see UFOs out there. So Jake Badger is back with us.
I think you'll see me more.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Our brother from another mother, all the way from Southern Indiana. He's here to talk about his music.
But before
Yeah.
before we get into all your new stuff, just want to let you know was this our second show here? First show here.
Very first one here.
The segment with Jake, he was here with Zach. That was one of the best segments of this podcast we've ever had.
I know we have no proof of that though, but you know,
well, there's something.
there's video.
Yeah,
There's video.
We know that we know that we had it.
absolutely incredible, man.
We only know how to be great whenever we perform. So.
Right on. So Jake, dude, you're busy.
Very busy.
Let's talk about it.
It's pretty much like the whole world changed a couple weeks ago for me. But left WildWood. Had an opportunity to come up to join the guys in Jericho Woods.
Amazing band.
That doesn't suck. Though.
Yeah, we've been friends with those guys for a long time. Met them through our bass player in WildWood, Scott. Him and the lead singer Josh are good friends, and they did a couple shows with us. Filled in for them a couple times here and there. And their former drummer Pierce got picked up by Chris Jansen.
That doesn't suck either.
If you don't know who that is, the
Buy Me a Boat.
Yeah. So not a bad gig, and so they were left. Just kind of left hanging there, and you know they told Pierce, was like, if you don't take this gig, we're gonna fire you. So I mean, they weren't gonna let him pass that up. And Pierce is a great guy. I've been working a lot with him and taking notes. And as soon as I found out that that opportunity was open, I gave Josh and Paul a call, and the rest is history.
How did that job application go? Did you go through the Jericho Woods HR, the recruiting department? You have to go through all that. I mean, the whole diversity thing, how I don't know, what do they call those things?
Equal opportunity.
Yeah, maybe that's it. You know.
Yeah, I went through a temp agency for drummers, and
you got selected.
Yeah, so I called them, and they actually had somebody that they were going to try out, and my heart was kind of broken, and then they was like,
Really?
"Hey, are you still interested?" And I was like, Yeah, let's do
Did
it.
they really try out someone, or did they say that to punk you?
I think they tried out like 15 or 20 people. I don't know. But yeah, so I went down, and this was like Tuesday night, and he was like, hey, can you come down Thursday? And they practiced down in Irvington, Kentucky, which is about an hour from me. So they gave me about 15 songs to learn, and I had a day and a half, which is really about 4.5 hours of practice time.
Yeah.
So I went down and jammed with them, and I got the gig, and I was like, all right, when we start.
This just in, Shooting from the Lip investigative team just emailed me. It looks like Jericho Woods also tried out Neil Peart from Rush.
Right.
It's true.
Also tried out Danny Carey from Tool.
Yeah.
He was there.
They also tried out
Jason Bonham.
They also tried out the 8-year-old kid on the other street from them, who is a proficient pots and
Oh yeah, that guy.
banger. Yeah. So
He actually had the
So
gig.
congratulations.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah, it was a lot of fierce competition there.
Exactly.
But so they offered me the gig, and I'm like, cool. When we start, and they're like, we leave for Nashville Thursday, and then we're going to Florida, and I was like, holy shit.
that's how much of that has impacted because you have a daytime job.
I do,
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, the next 6 days after that was working my day job from 8 to 4, and then going home and practicing for 4 or 5 hours a night just to try to get comfortable with the set list.
Mm-hmm.
And then we packed up, went to Nashville, played Wild Horse down there, and that was the first time I've been nervous for a show, and I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Just because, with WildWood, I've been playing this stuff for so long, I knew it like the back of my hand.
So you weren't like spinning your drumsticks or anything for fear that you might.
Oh god.
No, it was like I wasn't even looking up. I was just straight like in the pocket trying to nail everything down. But luckily everything went smooth. I always loved playing Wild Horse. It's one of my favorite venues. And then we went down to Florida, played the Runaway Festival down there and killed it and had a blast. Got to go out on a boat for one day. We kind of had a little day off and for the trip, and went out and did some fishing. And the only thing we caught was a buzz and a sunburn, but it was a damn good time, and had a blast with the guys, and couldn't be happier to be out on the road with them.
How big was the Yeti on the boat?
Big enough to supply a beer for about 6 hours. So.
Just real quick, besides you, let's give him a shout out because he's a good guy and he's a friend of the show. It wasn't just you who another former WildWood alum is part of.
Right. Sean Shelton went out with us and filled in for a couple gigs. And shout out to Anna Blanton. She's also new, so it's basically a whole new lineup for Jericho Woods. And so everybody killed it. Everybody learned their stuff in a short amount of time, and we went down and had a lot of fun.
Check us out, Eric, real quick, man. In the background, you get people talking because there is a little bit of a crowd here.
We're having a lot of fun tonight, and
You guys are getting famous.
Yeah, we've got look at the age group. We've got the kids here.
And we got 7 all the way up to
just showing your age
Teeny
right
boppers,
now, Kevin.
the teeny boppers to the adults.
God.
there might be like a 57 to 55 maybe.
Exactly.
Don't
And then there's Kevin Hale.
There's me, Grandpa Kevy. All right.
Congratulations on the Jericho Woods gig.
Thanks, man.
Anything local that we can look forward to seeing?
Next Wednesday, we're doing the Pints for Parkinson's benefit at 4th Street Live.
Get out on the street.
On the main street, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not 30 degrees.
Not supposed to be.
Usually, this time of year, it's warm.
It's hit and miss, though.
Yes.
Anybody else on the bill with you? Or is it just you guys?
The Whiskey Bent
Bend Valley Boys?
Valley Boys, that's it.
Oh, those guys
Yeah,
are
great.
Yeah.
sick.
Those are great
So,
guys.
We might know where we're going to be. If you're not gigging. I think you're gigging.
No, I'm not that
Okay.
night. Not yet.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday night, so
Need a
I mean,
bass
come
player
out,
that night?
support. It's a great cause. Going to be a lot of fun. I always love going down to 4th Street. Then Thursday is going to be my last show with WildWood here for Noah's benefit.
Noah's benefit, yeah.
So that's the final show.
That's the final
that's
show,
That's the
yeah.
swan song for
Yeah,
Badger. It's a wrap on Badger.
That's it. That's going to be it for WildWood.
Will Kevin Cummings sing na 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 na?
Probably so.
He peeked up a little bit.
His
Hey,
eyes
man.
perked up.
It'll be like some kind of Willow Walker Jr. tribute to Jaggers.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less, and I love it.
I hope so. I hope it's
can't wait
the
to see
first
it.
single. I'm not going to say the title, but I hope it's the first single.
No, but it's been a hell of a run with WildWood. I love those guys. They've been my brothers and
What a great
continue to
band.
be.
Well,
And-
I've got to ask you this real quick because WildWood, you were there. I mean, that was your baby, right?
It was, yeah.
I mean, it's tough to leave your sever.
It
from-
is, man. You take, that was my comfort zone. That was my home, and this opportunity came up, and I think everybody in WildWood, we had kind of different directions we wanted to go, and with the opportunity with Jericho Woods, it took me into the direction that I was wanting to go,
Which is
for
for the people who don't know about Jericho Woods.
playing all across the country, kind of getting back into focusing on original music. These guys have a great album, a great EP, and a great upcoming album getting ready to come out. I can't wait for everybody to hear this.
Sierra is watching.
Oh, Sierra. Hi, baby, I love you.
Baby, I love you.
Give Lyric a kiss for me. I'll be home soon.
Be home. Daddy will be home soon. Didn't make love to you like 15
Fiance of the year, by the way. She is been super supportive
Fiance.
through all this, and especially with the week where it was just like nothing but work and rehearsing, and she was just back me
She stepped
110%. Yeah, so she's always been phenomenal. That's why I put a ring on it.
I know. Do we have a date, by the way?
No.
Okay. All right.
We've been looking at prices for weddings, and I think our wedding is going to be sometime in the next 6 years, unless we sound like a multi-million-dollar record deal sometime in the next 6 months.
We've never done a podcast prior to a wedding.
Not yet, but I mean, maybe WildWood.
We're going to have the
would be
shooting from the
available.
lip, first wedding service. It's going to be awesome. Just have to get Kevin to shut up while we do the ceremony, and then the party can start.
Can we? We can get ordained.
Well,
Oh.
there's already somebody ordained in the music scene.
I mean, because we can tag team that motherfucker.
Who I'm going to have marry.
Really?
I haven't even talked to him about this. So,
Well, who is
Bob
it?
Randall, if you're watching.
Are you serious? Wow!
Hell yeah!
Oh shit!
Bob Randall, you just got put on blast, brother.
Bob Randall, you are going to marry me and Sierra. You don't know it yet,
Yeah.
but
Gonna do it. Oh. Well, then it has to be a podcast. I mean, good
We
God.
got to now, man. And he's going to run sound for us.
Gonna run sound. Bob
Yeah,
will be there to
it's
run
gonna be
sound
great.
and marry. I mean, how?
Oh,
he's going to be up there with his, with his little notepad and his little tablet, adjusting levels of my mic that I have on.
you don't know if he's adjusting levels or has the Bible on his.
There you go.
On his iPad.
Flips
You
it out. He's
never
like, hold
know.
on, you're not loud enough. Let me turn you up for the people in the back.
So he doesn't know he's doing this yet.
Not yet. Bob Randall, our wedding.
Hey,
coming
Bob.
Yes, Bob.
in. Jake and Sierra 2019.
2019.
Bob Randall.
Hashtag Jack Sierra 2019.
Yes, we got-
Reverend. He's not Uncle Bob anymore, dude. I'm so excited.
Oh yeah.
Reverend Uncle Bob.
Reverend
Uncle Bob
yeah.
now.
Oh my God.
Oh,
We're on to
it's
something.
huge.
This is cute. Yeah, this is nice little.
This is why we do the show.
Exactly. Moments like this.
He actually married. Do y'all know Corey Wilson?
Yeah.
He married Corey last year before. Him and
Yeah,
Stephanie.
Corey and Stephanie.
Yeah. So.
They listen. They're famous.
Oh,
Corey,
and
I love
another
you.
great sound guy.
Oh yeah, I love Corey.
Oh my gosh.
He's an amazing person too.
Oh yeah, I love those guys.
Yeah.
Mind blown. Thank you, Reverend Uncle Bob. It's
That's call him like Runkle or
Runkle?
Revkle. Revkle Bob.
Yeah.
Reverend Uncle.
Rev Runkle.
There you go, Rev Uncle Bob.
As we're finishing up, is it me? I'm
fucking killing me.
Kevin is just like nailing this table. So if you're watching the live stream, we are not having an earthquake here at Baxter's.
It's a 4.9.
Jake Joey Thompson just chimed in. He's asking for a T-shirt.
Joey, I got your T-shirt.
Paul
I promise. Our practice
Paul
spots.
Priest is asking if we have AC in that place. I don't know if that's air conditioning or not.
AC in that place, Jake.
AC.
Daddy.
Jerry Badger.
Jerry, what's up? He's
Jerry
like,
Bear.
what's up, Kevin? And he's talking about hail, not coming. What's up, Jerry? Love you. Miss you. See you soon.
Shout
my
out to
brother.
Paul, the bass player from Jericho Woods.
Jerry, Paul Priest, yes.
Love that guy.
Yeah. And Paul
Is
is
he asking for a shooting from the lip shirt?
no, I think he's talking about them.
Joey's asking for
Jericho
I'm going to
Woods.
give some T-shirt or deliver some T-shirts here soon.
Bring
so.
us. Come forward.
We had to do another order, and they should be in by the end of the week.
Supply
we'll
the
trade
band.
some T-shirts so you can sport your Jericho Woods.
So, yeah, exactly.
Make sure Kevin has the triple XL.
Absolutely.
The very schmexl.
I
Schmexel.
sleep in all these shirts. These are.
You just fucked up all of our
I
T-shirt
don't
game in the future.
All right.
You suck.
Finishing up, Jake, anything else you want to share before we add the dude at the end of the table?
Before we
next to you?
add the dude, lots of stuff. I got my notes here.
Yeah, go.
Lots of stuff for Jericho Woods coming up. We got the Tumbleweed Fest out in Kansas City with like Marty Stewart,
Wow.
Tyler Childers, Shooter Jennings. We're doing the Historic State Theater. I've never been there.
E-Town?
I've heard, yes.
I've played the state.
I've
we played the
heard
state
that
theater.
it's an awesome place. We're doing the Kentucky Takeover Tour, so get your tickets for that. Lots of good stuff. CMA Fest back at Wild Horse. It's going to be a busy year for us. Like basically after May, like we're gone like every weekend. Next weekend for Thunder, we're going down to Floribama. So
yeah.
back down to the beach and going to get our seafood on and
I
play some music.
I might be down there too with another friend of the show around that time.
Oh well, come on out,
So,
man.
yeah, man, we might have to.
Is it a?
What
Is it?
friend is
Is it
I'm not saying who yet because we haven't confirmed it because you know how that goes.
I think I know who it is.
But I think there's been some talk about it.
Sweet.
And that's going to be fun.
Come on
And
out,
I
it's
think
gonna be a
Shooting
party.
from the Lip might have to expense it.
There you go.
All right.
Big Money Kevin over there. Just take the podcast down.
Oh, no big
We can go
deal.
live from the
We continue
beach.
to conquer one zip code at a time. I don't know how many zip codes we're conquering. All right.
So right now, Shooting from the Lip is sharing the JerichoWoodsBand.com website. From here, you can go find everything that's Jericho
Hold on,
Woods.
you got to get my T-shirt.
Yeah.
You got to support my
Evans
Drumheads Pro Mart. Thank you guys.
All right. Joining us now, kind of blending into the next segment. No breaks, Eric. You okay with it?
I mean, I'm fine with
All
it.
right, Jake, you're good.
No
Stick
breaks
around.
when we're here.
No
You can
breaks.
stick around, Jake?
Yeah, I'll stick around for a minute.
Zach Longoria, ZLP.
Hey,
yeah,
hey.
you know me.
Hey.
What's up, my brother?
Oh, you know, just living life.
Yeah, man.
Zach, besides, again, being a talented musician, the show relies on Zach to come on and we talk local, national trending news. Last week, it was the teacher thing with Alice, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Dude.
What?
Yeah,
What?
we learned a lot from her.
Yeah.
She taught me a lot
Pick
about
up
the.
what has happened since, because I saw something today where Bevin basically, because the teachers are talking about doing the sick out thing this Friday,
Right.
And then Bevin made some comment that it was not in the teacher's best interest to do that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Bevin is just
I want Bevin in with one of the state reps from Oklahoma who basically said because the teachers were upset and were protesting that he wasn't going to vote on another, and I'm quoting, stinking measure ever again. And when politicians say stuff like that, it really just goes to show you how entitled they are, and they don't remember who they actually work for. Mm-hmm. We don't work for you. You work for us. And if we go to the state capitol and we protest about something we don't like, that's how this bad boy works. And that's when you got elected, your job was to take care of your constituents. And if your constituents are pissed and they're out there with torches and ready to burn the place down, it's your job to listen to them and try and make good on those promises.
I'm
That's how
not
that
paying
works.
taxes anymore. I'm saying it right now. I'm
Good luck
done
with
paying
that.
state taxes.
Good luck with that.
Me either.
Not going to do it.
Good luck with that.
Right.
let's talk. Was it yesterday, Zach, where Trump's lawyer got interrupted by the Department of Justice?
Yeah, they had a sweet FBI raid.
Yeah, share with that.
Did you say it's sweet?
Yeah.
A sweet FBI raid. Yeah, and what's crazy about all of it too, like what blows me, I mean, like I don't really like. Trump wants to bang playmates and do his none of that is shocking.
Right.
Like when everybody's like, well, Trump cheated on his wife with a playmate. I'm pretty sure everybody was like, yeah, he's Donald Trump. Of course he did. Who cares, right?
Right.
But the whole issue with the Stormy Daniels deal and why the FBI raided his lawyer is that there's reason to believe that the money that was paid to her for hush money could have been illegal campaign funds, and they'll be able to figure that out. So that's that's why that happened, and that would be something that he could totally get nailed on if he used any kind of campaign money for hush payment to a porn star who he slept with.
Getting
That's not gonna
nailed
go over
way
well.
too much from many different.
But I mean, like, we don't really know. We're not going to know. I mean, whatever the FBI got, they're going to know one way or the other because they caught him with their pants down, and I mean that
literally.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Pun definitely intended.
There's still
Sorry, not sorry.
There's still talk that Trump may pursue firing Mueller, which is
horrible move.
That's
he will bleed Republican support if he fires Mueller.
Yeah,
He'll probably fire Rosenstein, I think, or Rosenstein or Rosenstein, isn't it? He's probably going to fire him. I think that's what it looks like. But he will bleed Republican support in the Senate if he fires Mueller.
I think it's
that damn camera.
It's not me. I think it's them. I think Jake's banging the
You know what
table
else
just-
is crazy is that the judge that approved the FBI raid was
They're all
appointed by
them.
Trump.
They're all Republicans that are doing it.
Right, and I mean, like, that's what blows my mind is like, okay, so you think that it's all a conspiracy theory, right? But Mueller is a Republican, an appointed Republican from the Bush era. He's widely respected by both parties. He's definitely respected by the top Republican brass in the Senate and Congress. So you're going to say that's a conspiracy theory. Then all these appointed judges that Trump's put in position are either resigning or they're getting the fuck out of there because they can see they know what's going on.
Check this out.
At what point do we accept it as
You have Kellyanne Conway's husband tweeting, kind of, taking a shot at Trump too.
Mm-hmm.
Is Kellyanne Conway the leak in the White House?
I don't know. I mean, there's got to be.
That's a take.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, if I was Sarah Huckabee Sanders and everybody that had to go out there and be a mouthpiece when Donald Trump doesn't even tell his staff or anybody that actually has to go out and deal with the press, they have to find out the same time we do about this kind of shit. And then they have to go out there and try to defend it and take questions from reporters. That's got to be a very hard job. Granted, I don't feel sorry for him because you took it. But
Let's move to the whole gun control thing. Jake, I'm going to, before I get to you, because you had a great Facebook post on the carry.
Open carry. I saw
Open
that.
carry, but yeah, we're going to talk about that. I noticed something today, Jake, on Jake and Zach, that in Florida, they actually have begun the process on seizing guns. There was somewhere in Florida.
I saw it was in Illinois.
Well, they're actually, if you go look, I don't Google it, but in Florida, this was tonight, where someone. What happened to the crowd? Everybody got quiet. Are they listening to me? They're lights.
They're like politics. Let's leave.
Oh, this is lame. Get me the fuck out of here.
No, maybe they're getting serious.
So like they
Let's
quit
listen.
talking about Jericho Woods. It's time to go.
But they confiscated some dude's AR-15. I'm just waiting for shit to.
Why did they confiscate it? Though?
Yeah, why?
Just because he had it?
No, I don't think it's just because he had it. I think he might not have needed it or should have had it based on,
I mean,
rules.
I need to know like what the specifics are.
Yeah, so
of
maybe
that.
we'll. I don't know,
Because
Eric,
like
if you pull that
banning
up, but-
banning a gun, if you ban a gun, that just means you're banning the sale of it now, and you can no longer go to a store and buy it. But you're not physically going to somebody's house and taking it away.
If you pull the article up,
That's a much different. Now that's what they're trying to get past in Illinois.
Okay, let's move past
I
that.
don't agree with that.
Right.
If you want to
Right.
just know how I feel about
Okay,
it.
I don't agree with
I don't
it
agree with
either.
that. I
Yeah.
don't know how that's even constitutionally
Yeah,
legal.
that's
Because it's a
not-
whole different ball game to ban something
Okay.
versus going to somebody's
Just
house
seizing.
and taking it away.
Yeah, well, unless there was
Those are two
there
different
was an
things.
issue with the dude that he shouldn't have had it based on. Anyway,
Right.
The open carry, Jake, you posted something which I think it was great. I'm not a gun guy. I have seen tons of people lately carrying
Right.
guns, not just in Walmart, everywhere.
Yeah, I think
Kroger.
all the heightened exposure towards guns right now has all these guys coming out of the woodwork, and they're just walking around Texas Roadhouse, the mall, Walmart, like, yep, I'm a badass. Let me put this gun on here. I don't have no tension on my holster.
Exactly. And you know for a fact you can probably, without stereotyping people, look at somebody and say, that dude should not be carrying a gun.
Oh yeah, it's never like the military guy that's like in shape and like that dude has training before. It's always like the sloppy like 400-pound guy who's wearing sweatpants that has
just came out of Golden Corral.
Gut, like his gun is like tucked into his gut.
You can see his gun before he went into Golden Corral, but you can't see it after he leaves Golden Corral.
On the belly fold.
Yeah, the old belly fold
But
holster.
you're a gun advocate. You believe it. Your daytime job requires you to carry it. So share with
It
us.
also requires him to be scared of it.
Right. So which is a good reason. So share with the reason why you had posted it and.
First off, there was a post where this guy was at Walmart and he's standing there, in his Affliction T-shirt and his gun on his hip, and somebody's kid in front of him was like, "Oh my God, mommy, he's got a gun," and the mom was like, "Oh, well, he's here to protect us, and this is what, this is for," and I'm just sitting there just shaking my head like this is the biggest crock of shit because it just. It goes back to common sense. Like, if somebody's going to do harm, like if I'm going to go into Walmart and start capping people, and I'm standing there in line, and the guy in front of me openly has a gun, who's the first person I'm going to drop?
The fucking guy with the gun.
The guy with the gun.
Yeah, you're going to drop. You can see it from space.
I'm not going to drop the guy with who's getting ready to check a couple brooms and a mop out of the self-checkout line because he's going to hit me with a mop. I'm gonna cap old Billy Badass out over here with a gun.
Yeah.
And like every time I'm out, we were out to dinner the other night. And this guy we was at Texas Roadhouse. This guy was sitting in the booth with his gun hanging out. And like, I told Sierra, I was like, I want to go up and just grab it. She's like, don't do that.
Like some Lucky Number 11. Remember that movie?
Don't do that. What if he shoots you? But like, I just want to go up and like whisper in his ear, boom.
So do you think
be
this
like,
is
that's me killing you because you didn't know that I had a gun, and you're already dead. And it don't matter what kind of training you had, you already exposed. You showed your hand. You showed your hand already. Yeah. And I don't want the element of surprise wins every time.
Well, yeah.
So
and you think I don't mean to get global, but this is something that I was talking about with a friend earlier today. A lot of somebody who tours around the world, and he was talking about the hatred towards Americans.
Yeah.
And all he was saying was basically there's just no fucking common sense.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of exploitation of the Bill of Rights, to be honest, and our systems that are fundamentally put in place to help people that are exploited by so many other people. Yeah. And this is looked at, not as a whole, but we are appearing to the entire world like we're all a bunch of fucking idiots.
Sure, that's totally true.
With no common sense.
It's also, true.
So why is it when we look at other countries, why do other countries that have very loose gun laws, with little crime,
most don't have loose gun laws though. Like, Japan's been a country people have talked about a lot. Like, to own a gun there, and you can own a gun. It's a very deep process to even begin. I want to take months to own certain types of guns there, and you have to have training. You have to do certain types of things. Australia got rid of guns altogether. Now that's not that's not going to happen here because how polarizing guns are, how strong the NRA is, and just look at all the hysteria we have just from talking about regulation. Could you imagine talking about getting rid of all the guns? It'd be World War III. So it'd be a civil war. It'd be nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, the thing about I hear a lot, and I know you'll love this, is that we talk about good guys with guns, law-abiding citizens with guns. But that's a very broad statement because law-abiding citizens are also fucking idiots.
Absolutely.
They are morons. Not all of them, but a good majority are stupid. 1 in 4.
I'm sure
and they get to
all
own a
of
gun
us here
too.
are law-abiding citizens.
Right. The guy that's open carrying in Walmart, that guy's my statistic. He's a 1 in 4 moron, and he has the same right to go in and buy a weapon. And we can go on all day about what proper regulations we could have,
and I wish we
could, and all the things. But regardless, there is a lot to be done that could allow everybody to win, keep their guns, do their things. And there's also that would also be safe. That would make everybody safer, and we could totally do more there. Problem is that you've got gun people who just assume the absolute worst and assume it's a slippery slope, and here we go down the road of taking all of our guns. It doesn't have to be that talk. Doesn't have to even go there. But that's just the world we live in right now. It's so polarized. You can't even have a big boy discussion about it at all.
It's the truth. I mean, people get so butthurt when you talk about it. And like these guys that are out here doing this, I mean, you can't even talk to them because, common sense doesn't even register to them. All my guys, I've been in law enforcement for nearly a decade. And all of my guys that I've worked with, we all carry off duty. But you never see us carrying with our gun hanging off our hip unless we're in uniform. And, I mean, it makes you a target. And I guarantee you that the guys that have training and stuff, their guns are concealed. The guy that, you see walking around Walmart, he goes out in his backyard and shoots a couple beer cans, and he's like, all right, I'm ready for war. I'm ready for that active shooter. And I tell you what, Florida was a prime example. I mean, there was officers that didn't run in and do their job. You think, Billy Badass at Walmart is going to start going after the shooter? Hell no, he's going to run and hide.
Right. And
really?
Those guys are the worst shot ever.
I want to make this one quick point, though.
Go like this.
I want to make this one quick point because he's
going to kill more people than he's going to do good.
Exactly.
This is the logic applied by people that think a good guy with gun always stops a bad guy with gun. Is that mindset is about, they think if more guns are prevalent in a situation, then the risk of a mass shooter will go down. And that logic is similar to the logic of if you have proper regulations that are universal across the board, that will have a reduction in crazy assholes getting a hold of guns. So it's just they're both applying similar logics and trying to reduce an outcome, but one really just doesn't make any kind of sense. More guns does not equal less gun violence. We live in a time and era and place where guns are more prevalent, more accessible than at any time in the history of this country. And guess what? Mass shootings and gun violence are through the roof. We haven't even seen. We've had guns in this country since its inception, and we have never had this kind of problem with mass shootings. So I mean, you can't draw this correlation that all of a sudden now, if there should have been more guns there, that somehow would have been different. You don't know that. You know what I mean? There's no way you can actually predict that. And that doesn't make any sense to me because guns are everywhere.
Absolutely.
Once again, this is the heavy part of our show tonight, which is, I love it.
But we need it because there's so much bullshit going on.
I own guns, by the way.
And I
right,
know.
exactly. And you're right. I mean,
right.
yeah.
I got no problem with people owning guns.
Right.
Zero problem.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
Yeah.
Okay, shouldn't every gun owner be responsible?
Absolutely.
Bottom line.
Why do we have so many fucking idiots in this country?
I don't know. If guns were safe, then how come if you own a gun, your homeowner's insurance goes up? Why does that happen? Why does insurance go up if you own a gun?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, clearly that's not the case.
Right. Kevin, this is to me. Lyric wants to know where her shooting from the lip onesie is at. It's a good question. It's a good question, and you know what? We'll get that answered very soon for you.
I mean, it's a great promotion. Have you seen how many likes my baby gets on Facebook?
No, that's a gift.
For her onesies?
You're right, yeah.
It amazes me. Every time I share, like, everybody loves her. Like, I go to work, the whole building's like, how's your baby doing? They don't give a shit about me. They're not, how's your day going? No, it's how's the baby doing?
We don't officially have the, shooting from the lip official child.
Well,
I mean, we got Noah, we got Lyric.
Yeah.
I mean, we need some shooting from the lip, like kids' tees and onesies.
Scene right now, as far as like some of these.
There's lots of babies right now. Scott Edlin, Sean Wallace, like Deacon. I know Deacon will rock a shooting from the lip T-shirt.
Oh, yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah, we
gotta do
have
that.
to.
I mean, and they're going to consistently shit out babies all the time, so we need to get some shooting.
We're fueling the music scene that will impact Louisville in about 18 years.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So
Duly
Sierra,
noted.
to answer your question, yeah, shooting from the lip model. It's on. I got you.
We got this.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Jake, congratulations on everything that's going
Thanks,
on
man.
with you, man. I'm really excited. I'm
Appreciate
really
it.
excited to hear what's going on with Jericho Woods, and we'll see you down at 4th Street Live.
Yeah, man. Hope you guys come out.
JerichoWoodsBand.com is now on the Shooting from the Lip Facebook page. Check out that link.
Yeah,
See
boy.
everything they got going on. Zach, thank you.
As always.
Thank you for what you bring to the table with us.
I don't even know what that is, but I'm glad I'm here.
It's besides,
Here too,
besides the
man.
looks.
It's your level of
besides
sexiness and
it's
knowledge.
sexy.
Sexiness and
It is. It's a bottom line. Yes. We
are
will-
sapiosexuals here.
I mean, I gain points just by sitting next to him. Like, I go from I'm
Your
a solid
stock went
5,
up.
but I go up to a 6.
Be honest. How much will this impact your night with Sierra?
I don't know. Like, if I hug him, maybe.
weird shit.
Yeah.
I mean, come
Is it
on.
weird?
That's fucking weird.
Is it?
It's a little personal, dude.
A little.
She's gonna
Yeah.
be like, "You smell like Zach Longoria." Go upstairs and get
Let's
ready.
make another baby.
They're gonna need more onesies.
Thank you, Zach.
I think I had 4 eggs drop. We're gonna have quintuplets. Let's do this.
So we know every
I wish you had his
Tuesday
hair.
night at the Badger house what's going
Holy
down.
shit! I feel so bad for you. And
He
your
is the
fiance. I'm so sorry.
aphrodisiac of our show.
My
Think
God.
about it. Yeah, there he is.
Somewhere my wife is eye rolling
Exactly.
hard.
Bro.
She's more
Mackenzie.
she's eye rolling
Don't
at the
get him
fact
stuck.
you guys said I was
We
knowledgeable.
love
she's
Mackenzie.
eye rolling. She's eye rolling the shit.
They asked me if
But
I wanted to come
Mackenzie's-
on the show, and I was like, "Is Zach gonna be there?" And I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, I'll do it."
I'll do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, Kevin, hell,
Thanks again, Jake and
Jake.
Zach.
Our
Never
brothers.
disappointed every time. Thank
We
you,
love
but
these
I love
guys.
it. I love when the two of these guys are together.
Yeah.
Actually,
Man,
they-
like y'all are
Yeah,
the
proven-
best.
you know, it's funny.
The right and left can coexist.
First how they put us on the show, everybody, we had to do the gun thing, the show that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, "Oh shit,
God
it's about to
damn.
go
Like, they're gonna
down.
fight at the end of
It's
this."
about to go down."
They're
We
gonna
need to
have
get a Charlie's Angel shot of you guys, dude. But next time you guys come on.
Back to back.
Charlie's. There it is. We got it. We got it. Charlie's. I love it.
Yeah.
Look for that all over the internet tomorrow. Thanks, Mr. Kevin. Hale.
Jake and Zach, we love them.
All right, man. Next
thank
up,
you guys as
Kevin.
always. Like, you all have supported, like me, whatever I'm doing, WildWood or whatever. Like, just thanks for your continued support over. Like, what's it been like 2-3 years now?
We're show wise. It's been over 4 for the show, but it's been a few years with you, and we love it. I love the whole music scene.
Yeah, man. It's,
Again, these are two
And this guy.
incredible cats here, music cats here. So
Yeah, I
and
love this
come
guy
out
right
next Thursday.
yeah,
Yes,
4
definitely
night
like
fees,
that.
Noah's benefit here.
Man Noah's Heart, which has been shared all over Shooting
Yes.
from the Lips Facebook page. Lip Nation, if you still are in the dark and have not liked the Shooting from the Lip
All right,
Facebook
Jerry.
page,
I got you,
get
Jerry.
on there right now. You will see the Men Noah's Heart link
Jerry
to
Bear.
the benefit. You will see the Jericho Woods Band website. From Baxter's 942 in the Highlands of Louisville, Kentucky, this is Shooting from the Lip Live. I'm Eric McEwen. Right across from me, Mr. Kevin Hale. And Kevin, to your left,
Mr. Cody Martin.
Hey, Cody.
The Cody Martin.
How you doing, dude?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain.
Man, we just heard you playing that first set with Kevin, man.
It was
stupid
fun.
good.
It was
That
fun.
seemed
We
like
had a
fun.
blast, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to be serious, but I'm saying this in all seriousness. If I had panties after listening to him,
Stop.
they've dropped. My panties have dropped.
Are you sure you didn't already drop them draws already?
Well, they would have been boxer briefs.
God, don't need to hear about that. Lip Nation does not give a fuck.
But here we are, Cody
Draws you're
Martin.
wearing.
Amazing talent.
Absolutely.
Guys,
Yeah.
you're too kind. You're too kind.
Cody, give us the background. We before you get into the American Idol thing,
Okay.
give us the quick 411.
Quick 411 on who I am, what I'm doing.
Exactly.
All right.
Go.
So I'm 27. Born and raised Louisvillian.
Yeah.
Went to University of Louisville. Graduated with a music degree. Traveled the world with choir there. And then once I got done with that, I spent 4 long years working at UPS night shift. And I decided I couldn't take it anymore. So
That manual labor sucks.
it sucks. And so I stepped out and started auditioning and, going places and meeting new people, networking. That's how I met Corey and Stacy. Started singing out, in bars, auditioned for American Idol. Now here I am.
Right on.
Before American Idol, at what point did you know that you had this gift? Because your voice, your music, your sound is a gift.
Thank you.
I mean, seriously, how long ago was it?
People told me, like, it's never been like a moment. It's always been a process. People will tell you that you're doing good, and just people kept telling me that I was amazing and I should keep pursuing my gift, so I kept doing it.
Yeah. At what point?
Did they start saying that all the time?
At what point did your family okay, you're singing in the shower all the time? When did they say, okay, we get it, we get it. You kill it?
Maybe around high school, because my sister sings too, and that's what we do during chores and showers and all of that. We sing around the house. So yeah, it's kind of like all around the house. Yeah,
Erick,
and they just knew. They just knew that. There's never been a moment they thought they were going to deter me. My dad tried. He wanted me to work at Ford so bad for the longest, and I was just like, I'm not doing that, Dad. I'm not.
Manual labor does.
He's a manager at Ford.
Okay, but
he wants the best for me.
I know, and that's great. So kudos to
and lucky to be in Louisville where you have those opportunities.
Right.
You need to,
right?
You know, obviously Cody's to the point now where his gift is well documented, and there's a lot going on right now. So, what is going on?
Well. So, am I allowed to talk about American Idol now?
Let's talk American Idol, yeah. Because that's Kevin,
2 million views.
I mean, good God, you sung "Happy Birthday" to Katy Perry. You made a statement.
That was a coincidence, by the way.
All right.
It just so happened to be her birthday during my audition in front of the producers, and it was part of my story because I'm a server. I was a server at the time at Olive Garden.
Good for you.
And that would be something that I would do for the guests to sing "Happy Birthday." So,
could you imagine, dude?
They were like, "Why don't you sing for Happy Birthday?" I'm like,
show up to Texas Roadhouse or something like that, and you got this guy singing Happy Birthday to you. That doesn't suck.
No, but I'm watching the video, and Katy Perry seems genuinely...
Oh, I thought she was going to lose it.
I know. She was like, wow. I mean, yeah, so...
I was really surprised for them just to give me the golden ticket off the birthday. That was... They kind of cut off some of my reaction.
That was it. That you got the ticket off. Yeah.
Right. Lionel Richie did that. I mean, he's just like, yep, absolutely.
He said, I can vote. It kind of threw me off. They cut off some of my reaction, but I was like, are you guys serious? Is this a joke? Like, there was more that I was just saying other than that face. Everybody sees that face in that clip, but I had to ask him if they were joking a couple times to make sure.
I know probably with the whole process of American Idol, there's a timing and there's things happen where you're not supposed to be able to say because of the timing. Things happen.
I had to keep a lot of secrets for a long time.
Exactly, because the show doesn't air to a certain point. At what point, take us back, because what is this, April 9th? Where are we at? 10th.
We're April 10th.
So actually, we're
live.
We're 11. It's 4:11 now because we're after midnight.
Top 50s happened.
Are we after midnight? Anyways.
Top 50s happened in February.
Yeah.
Hollywood Week occurred the week of the 21st of January. That's when I flew out to Hollywood.
So we're roughly...
We're a couple months behind of what actually happened.
Yeah.
We're just now getting current.
Okay. So you get
contestants are moving into lives.
You get the okay to go to Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It is Hollywood. All right. So you're part of the top 50. Is that
part
what
of the top 50.
Then take it from there. What happened from that point?
Well, getting through Hollywood Week, just getting through Hollywood Week itself, that was a feat in its own. Just because there's a lot of stress, a lot of contestants. It's different just singing, in front of a crowd than it is singing in front of a crowd of competitors, fellow musicians. And then when it hit, when you get to top 50, I mean, we've already been through a lot of stress. We've already been through a lot of late nights. They encourage late nights for us. That they want to keep us in that angst.
Rock and roast.
They want us to keep us anxious. They want us to give us a taste of what the business is like. They want us, they want it to be rough on us. So we've been through the mill at this point, and tensions are high. I mean, everybody was frantic that whole time because they did the performances were one day, and then the next day was the deliberations, and then both days took all day. So you'd wait all day to perform because it's 50 people. You're waiting all day to perform, and then you have to wait until the end of the next day to get your results on if you're going to go through. So, man, I mean, It was stressful. Stress is the biggest word I got for you right there.
I couldn't imagine.
But it was an experience.
It was. A lot of talented musicians this year.
Yeah.
A lot of talented young people.
Yeah.
Young 16 years old, 17-year-old girls and boys who can just blow.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And here you are. All right, we're here today. You're here.
Mm-hmm.
Baxter's. You're a huge part of the Louisville music scene now.
I guess. I hope so.
I think you are. What is going on locally here for you?
Locally here for me, Jared, the owner of Diamonds, has decided to reach out to me and help me and get me connected with other musicians here locally. So we're putting together a band.
Speaking of,
yes, Erick is a bassist in that band, and he's
an amazing bassist.
Amazing
Yes.
bassist. Yes, thanks.
Man,
we need to gas
we're
him
having
up.
fun.
We're having fun. Like we just got done with our first rehearsal on Sunday, and we were just all kind of amazed at how quickly we were just able to put it together. You know, because Jared handpicked all the musicians, so like. We knew each other was going to be good, but when we got together, it was just like we just flowed.
I have to ask, and this is because I'm a music fan. Can we say who the musician who's?
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead, Erick.
Well, I mean, Chris King is well regarded. Actually, has played for Kevin Cummings before.
Right.
He and I have been friends for many years, and would sit on my front porch and just talk about groove. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot of fun. My bandmates and Speaker,
right? Speaker,
Matt and Mac from Speaker on guitars and harmonies are there, and they're crushing it.
It sounds good, guys. Like we really can't wait for people to hear this.
And Mr. David Miles.
Oh, really?
On keys, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you got keys too, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
You got the whole shebang.
Okay,
it's gonna sound good.
He's such a great actor.
It's gonna sound good.
It's a great act.
And
people need to come out. This is gonna happen Derby Eve, and people need to come out.
Diamond Concert Hall. So the Friday Derby Eve Friday.
Yes.
So, and my understanding is, guys, you are
we're headlining.
Headlining.
Yes. We've got an hour-long set. It's gonna be fun. We got some good ones. We got some heavy hitters too. We've got some current favorites.
Yeah.
Do we want to reveal our set list?
No, we're not going to reveal it. But I mean, we're definitely going to see some very intimate sides of Cody, and we're also going to see the showman that he actually is. And we're going to hit you hard, and then you're going to see him do everything that he can do.
We got a lot of genres. We're going to hit you when you're not expecting.
Yeah. So is it safe to say the music that's picked out is going to really show him off?
Yes.
Everything is geared around Cody and what he can do.
How many bass solos has Erick incorporated?
We actually do have him on a bass with a Chris. It's fun, but it's fun. It's tasteful and it's fun and it's sexy and you like it.
It's not a bass solo. It's Chris and I.
Rob Baker
grooving, like what he said.
There is Rob Baker.
But it's a groove thing. But I mean that's just based. That's only there for Cody. Actually, I'm even sitting behind Chris just to get out of the limelight. So Cody is there, being intimate with the and you know I think I might have spoiled a little much.
No, you didn't spoil anything. It's all good. It's all good.
But it's going to be great. But
it's going to be sexy. They still don't know what the whole setup is, so it's you're going to like it. It's going to be sexy.
But and that's what I love about him. When we're in rehearsal, he's just like, that's sexy.
I like that. Keep doing that.
Sexy.
That's what I like.
So does that mean, Erick, the V-neck that you're going to wear that night is going to be extra V?
We're all going to be sexy.
It's got to be that, right? Rob Baker. We got to plug him real quick. One of the best sound guys in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, so. You want to hop on, Rob?
It's good to see you.
Hop on, Rob. Come on. How many times have I asked you to do a show and you're actually here?
1,000.
1,000. So 1,001. So put the headset on. Join us real quick.
What's your mic?
Rob Baker. We are here at Baxter 942 on this Tuesday night. I don't even know what time it is. It might be technically Wednesday. There's Petey Compton in the background.
It is Wednesday.
Did you really put the headphones upside down?
Yeah, no, look at him. He's got game, man. He's got game.
Oh, you're just showing off.
Rob Baker, great sound guy. Rob, how are you, for starter?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm good. It is
fabulous.
but
Not as good as this guy's radio voice.
he's got.
You do have a very good, you have a
yeah.
very
No way.
attractive
He
radio
is.
voice.
He is my play-by-play guy, without a doubt. Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, he lets me kind of just. I'm all over the place, and he reels me in when I need to be reeled in. But
Which
yeah,
is quite
He talks about playing bass, but his voice,
I know.
natural.
Very natural. He's
Natural.
very good. Very good.
Absolutely.
Well, cool. Well,
thanks.
so are you excited about this show here with Cody?
This was amazing. It was amazing. See you tonight.
Thank you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So
That was
hopefully
great.
we'll see you on Derby Eve at Diamond Pub Concert Hall, where he has the full band playing
Yes.
and
You have to come.
headlining that
I
show.
don't have a gig that night, so I'll be.
You have to go.
You'll be there.
Yeah, Derby
be there.
Eve.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Cool. You'll hang out with us in the green room.
Sure,
In the green room.
absolutely.
Let's get weird.
Get weird.
Let's get me.
Well, now, real quick, will you be part of the sound for the benefit here?
Yes, on the 19th.
The 19th. So real
Absolutely.
quick, again, we're plugging Noah's Heart benefit, April 19th here at Baxter's.
Yeah, it's the most important thing going on right now.
Yeah. So Noah, you weren't here. We had Noah on the show earlier.
When?
The dude was
tonight?
rocking an Eminem
tonight.
hat.
I'm in there, and you're like,
no, you weren't here yet. It was like
heard it was
like
cute.
8ish.
Oh,
So
dude,
yeah,
so great.
it was great. I'll send you the links for that stuff. But yeah, that's
Awesome.
a huge event. And again, the sound guy, the music, everything. Again, this is an example for next Thursday at the benefit how musicians come together to take care of,
And how
their-
Doo-Wop takes care, the Doo-Wop Shop
Doo-Wop,
takes care of
yes.
musicians in town.
Doo-Wop, yeah.
Appreciate
Let's get
that.
back to.
I mean, the Doo-Wop Shop, and this is one thing I'm going to say. You need a microphone.
No.
You go to Shure, and you get a Shure mic at the Doo-Wop Shop.
yeah,
$5?
No.
no holla.
But
No
you're
holla.
taken care of
Right.
with your mics at the Doo-Wop Shop. You need anything, they just take care of you.
You come in, I can't rent you his voice, but I can rent you a guitar. Just saying.
Yeah.
You guys are gassing me up so hard.
No, really. You didn't play guitar and you did great tonight.
I want to learn how to play. That is my what I feel like is my weakness is my instrument playing skills.
Okay,
But you
all
play
right,
keys, though, right?
I do play keys.
Yeah.
I think a part of it is that I don't live by myself. I live with roommates, and so I don't want to. There's not a lot of opportunities for me to really practice that craft without
Right.
bugging somebody.
Right,
Well, next year when we're all on the tour bus
Yeah,
with
exactly.
Honey T,
Eric. There are drummers, and there are singers, and there are musicians.
There you go.
So remember that. Ooh, that was pretty heavy.
That's heavy.
That is heavy.
That's
That's
heavy,
heavy.
man.
because for the first time you haven't made fun of a bass player since you've been around.
like the-
Since I've known you,
This hasn't happened
Really?
all day.
The almighty word from Rob Baker. Clouds opened up and he just been like,
Wow.
Let's get Doo-Wop to
No.
sponsor that segment.
Yeah,
Rob
yeah.
Baker
Brought
comes
to
up,
you
shows
by-
some wisdom.
that's
Rob
what I was
Baker.
thinking. It's like it was going on.
What are you doing
ready to
there,
go,
Cody?
Cody?
I just lost my.
I don't know, Cody. You
He
are
lost
part
his
of
ears.
you are part of this gig tonight, so I know we took
So if
you
you
away
need to get
from
back
the
up there, man, we don't
uh,
want to pull you away from you.
Again, Cody Martin and his band. Is there a band name or is it just?
We've experimented with some things. We're thinking about calling ourselves Honey Tea. Cody Martin and Honey Tea.
Really?
I love it, man.
We thought it was funny because we're soothing.
It's sexy.
It's soothing and sexy.
Sexy.
I love it. He just
It's
keeps
like-
saying
yeah,
sexy all
like
the time.
Sexy's my catchphrase.
Rod Stewart's got nothing on this guy, right?
Yeah, Rod
Do you think I'm
Sex.
What?
So, yeah, I mean, definitely May 4th, Diamond Pub Concert
Please
Hall.
come out and support us.
Derby
This is
Eve.
going to
Mean
be
the
great.
world.
So many great acts on this bill.
Yes, Kevin Cummings going to be on.
Kevin Cummings, Olivia
Laura
Hinken, and Josh
Hinkins,
Logan from
right,
The Voice are going to
Yup.
be there.
It's gonna be
Trippin'
another
Roots.
voices.
Trippin' Roots are going to be there. Lauren Ide
Yeah,
is going to be there. And then I think we go on around midnight-ish.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
12:04
Anyway,
and
just
half-ish?
hang out.
Hang out.
Just hang out, and
It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna the whole show. we're rehearsing on the same stage that we're going to play, and Jared's been able to do that for us and provide us the production, which is just so great. It's going to be a killer show, and hopefully we're going to perpetuate that into many other venues.
Many other opportunities, yeah.
Absolutely.
It all starts Derby Eve.
This band is a lot of fun, man.
Catch Fire.
Our
502
version,
Fire
it's
starter.
Derby Eve Jam. Our version of Derby Eve Jam. All right, very cool.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Cody, thank you so much for hanging
for
out with us,
having me
man.
on.
Looking forward to hanging out with you this weekend,
Yes.
man. We're going to have a good time.
Thank you,
Rob.
Kevin. Rob.
Dude,
Baker.
Nice to
looking
meet you,
good.
Rob.
Nice.
This is not an official Rob Baker segment. We're going to get you on for an official one, but down the road.
This was official?
No, it was not.
Yes,
Stop.
it was. This guy?
He's amazing. Cody
I
Martin.
could tell the way he sang harmonies on songs he didn't know.
He killed
And
it.
he's got it
man.
going on.
Yeah, he-
Thanks.
yeah. All right. Good
Well,
stuff.
send us
Thank
an
you.
invoice for your appearance.
Yeah. yeah.
Kevin, it's been a pleasure. Eric, it's been a pleasure. I'm going to go back to
As
the
always,
correct.
man, get on this stage, do something. Lip Nation, if you're not
See
here
you
at
guys.
Baxter's 942 right now to see some of the best vocalists in Louisville, you are missing out. This has been from Baxter's 942 in the Highlands of Louisville, Kentucky. We are concluding the show, Shooting from the Lip, live.
Peace
Thank
out,
you so
Louisville.
much. From Baxter's 942 Bar and Grill in the Highlands of Louisville, Kentucky, this is Shooting from the Lip live. My name is Eric McEwen. Right across from me, Mr. Kevin Hale. And we have a really special guest with us,
You
right?
guys know how to clear a room.
Yeah. An impromptu segment. Because check this out, Eric. It is 10:31. We're like, it's like Bill Maher calls it overtime.
But
this is our overtime.
But I told you that she was going to be on.
I know, and we worked it out.
And I'm glad we did, because we saved the best for last.
Yeah.
And with us right now, comedian Miss Teresa McCammon. How you doing?
How are ya?
And to her right, just stopped in to fuck with somebody is
Shooting from the Lip contributor, Mr. Russell Hinkle. Russ, what's up?
What's up, Russ?
Virtually no one right here.
How high are you right now?
Oh, I've decided to say no to anxiety, so I don't know. I can't tell usually. I don't have a good gauge.
Mr. Anxiety.
Eric asked me something about that, and I was like, I can't get high because I think I'm Edith Ann or Ruth Buzzy. When she goes, operator, Lily Tomlin. I'm old as hell here. And so I will sit there stoned and go, operator. I mean, yeah, it's jacked up, so I can't do it.
So
we have a legit comedian,
and we're going to get to that. Right. But she's been featured around the region, at least from what I know of you, for quite a little while. Not from Louisville, Kentucky. Where are you from?
I was born in Philadelphia, raised in Connecticut.
What part of Connecticut? The only part?
The only part. Simsbury is about 30 minutes outside of Hartford.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I mean, Kentucky's my home. I've been here for over 20 years.
Okay. Wait, so you moved here in high school?
I did. I was my freshman year in high school. That was. It wasn't that it was a shocker because Mom was from here, so we'd spend our summers coming down. So for some weird reason, I wanted to live in Glendale and go to East Hardin. Anybody out there in Kentucky will be like, "What the fuck?" I love Louisville, though. I mean, it's home. I love the East
That's
Coast.
Hardin County, as in close
that's
to
Hardin County.
Frankfurt, right? Or not Frankfurt, Fort Knox.
Geography.
I was going to say we're on Fort Knox.
Yeah, it's 65 South.
Yes.
You got near Fort Knox, Radcliffe.
Right.
Yeah. Hardin County, though. You peg that.
Hardin. Not hard on, but Hardin.
Oh, jeez, dude.
Why can't I try to be funny? Just because she's a comedian doesn't mean I can't try to be funny.
I think we should leave it to the professionals.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I did. I had a friend that was having a baby, and she said, "Hey, I thought of a great name. I think Hardin would be great." Well, the problem was their last name was Cox, C-O-X.
See, that's my kind of humor. I don't give a shit if we need to insert Beavis and Butthead laugh. That is my kind of
That is not. I mean, yeah, this was a true story. She was like, Hardin. I think I'm gonna name Hardin. And then we said, do you realize what your last name is? Cox.
You can't make this stuff up.
Yeah.
No, that was
Not in
true.
Kentucky.
Not in Kentucky, right?
You have something huge coming
It is
up.
to me. It
Not-
really is.
And not Hardin Cox. No.
I like how
Like,
yeah,
we weren't
let's
talking
segue
about
into
you,
that.
Russ. We were still talking to Teresa.
I guess that was a softball lob. Everybody got it.
So, am I wrong? This Sunday?
This Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yeah, I'm one-time show, one show only. I'm featuring for Chad Daniels.
Chad Daniels. If you have no idea how huge this guy is, man, he's fucking hysterical.
He is. This is a big. I'm like, wow. I'm still wow. He's been on Comedy Central. He's been on Conan. He's been on the circuit since 2002. Chad Daniels. I was like, you want to feature for Chad Daniels? Yeah. This is great.
The featured act.
This
for
Sunday.
Chad Daniels. Local comedian Miss Teresa McCammon.
That's right. Teresa is a featured act for Chad Daniels. Russ has been the featured act for Shooting from a Lip several times. So
for Erick McEwen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
The viewership.
How's that working out, Russ? How's that working out?
Well, I've managed to drive a few people away so far.
Yeah, I see the room.
In the Lib Nation, if you're on Facebook Live, Russ is the reason why there are no longer any people here.
Technically, he's not. In fairness,
get off
let me
his nuts.
call it. No, it's not. It's 10:35. At 10 o'clock, Kevin Cummings started the music, as we can hear in the
And he's-
background.
yeah.
In my
And they're
defense,
killing it.
I did wear deodorant tonight.
Yeah, so
That's questionable.
anyways, but we're
I'm
pulling
sitting next to him.
overtime duties here because we've got a legit comedian. We've got a legit
Fan. He's a fan of
That's
mine.
right.
I brought
Absolutely.
fans, bitches.
The president of the club.
So your fans, like when we go to your show, are your fans going to have the tightest man buns ever?
No. They're typically women. I mean, yeah.
Well, let's face it. A dude that grows his beard and man bun at 42, never had doing it before, is a little bit of a woman inside.
I almost fought a man with a man bun in Schnitzelberg.
Tell us about
I don't know. I was drinking. It was Schnitzelberg one year, and he was sitting there, and I didn't like his bun, and I started telling him I didn't. And
we can get a good look at Russ's bun. I don't know. Does that really qualify as a bun?
Are you kidding me?
I mean, it's
It
like
does.
It's a bunnet.
It's a bun. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's
you know what? He has hair.
He does have
At
hair.
42. That's good.
That's-
Hey,
Had
what,
this much
hey,
attention
what are you
paid to me,
saying?
honestly.
I didn't say
What are you
shit. You got a
saying?
cap
What are you
on.
I've got it at 50.
Well, there's a reason I wear a cap.
Yeah, but not everybody has that hair club for men money.
Define cap.
Oh.
Sorry.
Russ, what have you been doing? I've asked you to come to our shows and stuff. And
What
you've
makes
just
you
been-
special, Russ?
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. I've been I do my best to get out of responsibility and work, but then I have like a 6-year-old, so I really have to be responsible. and
You're
do
actually
stuff.
a father?
Yeah, dude. Can you imagine? So it's just the one thing that tethers me to reality. So I've been going around doing some insurance restoration stuff in Arkansas and Texas.
Oh wow.
You've been, yeah.
And then come back. Yeah, I hate it. Honestly, hate it.
Well, let me give you a quick plug because one of the things the first segment we did tonight, we had Mr. Noah of the Men Noah's Heart. The benefit is coming up on the 19th of April, next Thursday.
Awesome.
You have talked to Kevin Cummings about doing something.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned that I would donate. He and I are in some bourbon groups on Facebook, and we collect rare and allocated hard-to-find bourbons here in Kentucky. It's the best place to get them, obviously, because Kentucky's kind of the bourbon state. But we do these little...
Really?
Yeah, dude. But we do these little charity auctions sometimes in these bourbon groups online where one person will start kind of a chain reaction. They'll say, hey, I'm donating this bottle for this charity. It's going to be an auction, and they do an auction format. And what happens is people that know you in the group, they'll see the charity, they'll decide, hey, I'm going to throw a bottle in too. And it just kind of builds from there sometimes. And I just mentioned that to Kevin Cummings that I'd be happy to donate a couple of bottles to get the ball rolling.
Wow.
And maybe we can do something to help.
Well, you're just not good looks and douchebaggery. You're actually a really cool dude.
There's some substance.
I would like to know what your favorite bourbon is, honestly. honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
good
intrigued.
God, you're going to get him talking now.
My
No,
favorite.
I love bourbon,
All right,
and I want
good.
and
There
know
you
he's
go.
a connoisseur.
He is,
so.
yes.
It's a blue collar, hard to find bourbon. It's not going to be one of your Pappy Van Winkles or anything like that because those are just out of the atmosphere high. But it's Elijah Craig barrel proof. They do twice a year Elijah Craig, or once or twice a year. I think it's twice. They release a special barrel proof bourbon that they do. It's a single barrel expression, and it's just exactly what the proof that comes out of the barrel. That's what you get.
Okay, what's your cheap go-to?
Cheap go-to.
And you can't get a Weller 12 or antique right now.
I mean, I think I like Old Forester's mine.
I love the Old Forester, especially that the one they did, the 1920. It's like some kind of prohibition style. That one's gotten rave reviews online. It's a really complex. Good
Share
bourbon.
this with Teresa real quick. You being the bourbon guy, you came over one night and you brought samples. Share the samples with her if you can remember, and let her decide which is.
It's pretty
her
basic.
favorite.
I brought him a weeded bourbon, a rye, and then a what's the other? The multigrain, I guess they would call it, or something like that. But it's just there's bourbons they call wheaters that have a higher wheat content in the mash bill, and then there's rye.
Sorry, did you see wheat or weed?
Well,
I've not had the weed.
You know how
You have to ask him that.
He can take care of that.
How good would that be to put that in the bourbon? You'd have almost like a hoppy taste to it.
As long as there's no seeds.
Yeah, that's true. The seeds are no good.
Or stems.
Unless you're going to start your own grow operation.
All right. Yeah. Okay. God, leave it to Russ to
Back to
fuck
reality.
everything up.
Yeah,
Back to life.
Hey, I love bourbon. I was actually very curious.
And I know you love bourbon.
Because you're the worst bartender in town.
Basil Hayden was the answer.
Ooh, Basil Hayden.
I like
yeah.
Wow, the worst.
Do you know what that is? Eric, Basil Hayden.
You might, Eric.
Basil Hayden.
Do you, Eric? You're a bartender.
Did I have to? How many times have I cut you off?
What number of beer is that, Teresa?
Low key cut you off. You didn't actually. I did.
Had to cut me off.
Bullshit, because I do it low key.
Oh, please.
Fireball. No, here's a water. Okay.
Oh, she's one of those, huh?
No, Kevin, no. No. He's never had to cut me off. He's full of shit. He's live. He's thinking he's all cool and stuff on Facebook.
He does think we've talked about this because with this show, this used to kind of be.
I cut him off.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
So, tell the story. One of the first times that we actually interacted, I don't know what led to you calling me such a horrible name. I think it was
Is this before or after she came? Or you came?
I just walked in. I called him a punk ass bitch.
It's a comedy segment, Eric.
I don't know what it was. Maybe I'd been waiting at the bar, but he was just like, Eric, I know him enough to know his moods too.
Oh, this guy's moody.
So if when you walk
So I'm
in and
moody?
you're like, well, no, I mean, I just know if you're in a good mood, bad mood. And
I'm
you're
always
just like,
in a great mood.
You point.
That's bullshit. But anyway.
Well, yeah, because
And I'm like,
you won't shut the fuck
You're a
up.
punk ass-
I'm going to
Oh.
point at you.
All right, so you're not always in a good mood.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. Well, if you did a little bit, here, Lip Nation, if she did a little bit more of this and a little bit less of that, maybe I wouldn't have to point.
I'm having trouble
that's
following
what
the
your
energy.
ex-girlfriend said about you.
Which one? Can we get a name?
Oh, no.
That would be cool.
It's Teresa.
It is.
Like I said.
No. You see me here, Facebook. You're moving too.
You're moving.
Are we shaking?
4.3 on the Richter scale here in Louisville.
I'm all about Russ.
I feel like there's some subtext that I'm missing.
Yeah.
We were really hoping that there would
chime
be
in,
some
get
hatred
in,
here.
jump in.
Oh no, I'm having a good time.
Are you? How are you feeling?
I'm really thirsty. I'm really thirsty.
We gotta shut this down soon.
We could get a water.
Yeah, we gotta get it because the last time I saw you were sitting next to Cameron Mills.
Oh yeah.
doing the show when we did at the Levee in March?
Nothing but E-list celebrities for me.
Cameron.
Damn, dude. So,
I think it's a compliment. I don't know.
So this Sunday, Teresa, we're looking at the Chad Daniels show. What time doors open? What time do you go on?
Gosh, I think everything starts about 7:30. Tickets are selling really fast, actually. I know we've got over 100 ticket sales.
Oh, wow.
The Caravan is, if you all haven't been down there in a while, they have done a lot. There's this most amazing bar. It was hand built. It's amazing.
It's not that same bar they had back before.
Oh, hell no. No, they really took, absolutely, it was handcrafted.
Oh, wow.
Okay, cool.
That in itself is something to see. And, they've got open mic on Wednesdays.
You hear that, Russ?
Do you sip bourbon during your set?
I do.
What is your bourbon go-to on your set?
Like I said, for my cheaper, I'm an Old Forester.
Okay, so
I like everything from very old Barton to you name it. I like it all.
Russ, if you had a gig at a comedy career, what would be the bourbon on your set?
It would be the bottle, because I'm only funny when I get to a certain point of belligerent drunkenness.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
That's the word on the street.
And then it only lasts for maybe 15 minutes. So, I would kill myself.
We lost it about 10 minutes ago.
It seems funny. I crack myself up at that point. I'm like, it's great.
Everybody just laughs at you.
Are you funny in the shower, Russ?
I mean, if they're laughing with me or at me, it makes no difference at that point.
Yeah.
Do I sing? I would do what in the shower, Kevin? Whatever the question is, probably. Yes.
All right. This Sunday, 7:30 at the Caravan, the old comedy Caravan, Mid-City Mall.
Mid-City.
Yeah.
This is Mid-City
This is
Mall.
the Caravan at Mid-City Mall.
Okay, gotcha.
Chad Daniels, national act. I can't believe he's here.
I didn't know that
This
was
is
still
awesome,
open, though. I thought that moved to 4th Street.
No. Where have you been?
What are you doing, dude?
Improv closed years ago.
Oh, God.
The Caravan.
Nobody likes slushies.
Turned into Laughing Derby for a couple of years.
I heard he's the next Dane Cook.
I am.
At this rate, you're absolutely correct. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just got put in my place. So it's okay. Facts are
Put
facts.
me in my place.
I'm all about
Facts
facts.
are facts.
Yes, exactly.
So we're going to call the segment from now on with Teresa and Russ, getting put in our place.
Yeah. No, I like the
Somebody has to
Hardin
do
Cox or whatever that was.
Somebody
what
has
was that
to
thing
do
called? Hardin what?
Hardin Cox.
Yeah, that's the segment.
Here, you know what? Yeah, I was naming babies. And as I do often. And I was going to be having a girl, and I wanted something really, really different. And I thought Rhea. I liked Rhea. Like R-H-E-A. Rhea.
R-H-E-A,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, here's the thing.
Rhea Perlman from
I didn't think about necessarily her, but it's an old name. I like the old name.
It's pretty. Yeah.
But the thing you got to know is that my first name is not Teresa. It's Donna. I have a grandmother whose name is Donna Bell. I have my mother who's Donna Darlene, and I'm Donna Teresa. The tradition had to stop. Yeah, Eric just made a face. So when I put Rhea, Donna Rhea.
Better than Diana. Diana Rhea would be pretty bad.
Yeah,
Donna Rhea.
Donna
Isn't
Rhea.
it like close to the clap?
And you know how mean kids are, Donna Rhea, diarrhea. And I seriously laughed out loud. I was at home alone, and I was like, Rhea, I really like Rhea, Donna Rhea. And I was like, oh my God.
What was that from that song? Is like,
when you're sliding in the first.
and your pants are about to burst.
We are now 12 years old on the show. We're very sorry.
When you're sliding into home and your pants are full of foam, Donaria.
Okay, we could just tease it.
When you're sliding into third and your pants are full of turds.
So the cool thing was I ended up having a son, and I didn't have to name him Rhea nor Donna. He is Nolan. Nolan, N-O-L-A-N. And that kid is funnier than me. I'm raising a little Chris Farley. Oh my God, that kid is funny.
Really?
The facial expressions, all of it, everything. I mean,
so how old is
hopefully without
he's
the heart
14.
disease.
14.
Yeah. He's 14. He is.
Does he have any aspirations aspirations of being a comic or writing?
I've tried. He is so naturally funny. He's definitely going to be class clown in high school. He's got that going for him.
Does he have a bun?
That's what I was. I was class clown in high school. Oh, no. He's got this naturally curly hair like me, so.
I wouldn't take you for the class clown.
I was.
Yeah, really?
My senior superlative of class clown.
Well, in your yearbook, what was it most likely to what?
Be class clown because that's what I was.
That was the superlative she got, Uber.
No, but that's not what it said on her yearbook.
It's
what
class clown. That's a senior superlative.
Yeah.
Where'd you go to high school? Well, I went to Mail, where they actually, had the right superlative. Did
I went
things
to
the right
North
way.
Bullet, by God.
Oh, wow. Here we go with the Owen Wilson.
I don't know. Would that man bun be accepted at North Bullet these days?
Not at all.
so it took you, 25 years to grow that.
The mean streets of Hillview, a lot of
Pioneer Village.
I actually graduated from Eaton. I remember playing you guys in football.
I got a butterfly knife in my pocket right now.
I was always drinking in the parking lot, though.
Right.
Hey, a true story. I was at one of the North Bullet games when E-Town played, many, 1912, something like that. And
Vince
I went
Lombardi
out
era.
and started drinking, and was drinking. And then on the way home, I got a ride home with my friend Tracy, whose mother, her father was a preacher. So there was like 3 in the front, 3 in the back, and I got sick, and I proceeded to vomit. And it was dead of winter, and all these windows start going down, and she never knew. If she knew, she never said anything, Tracy's mother. But the next day, I remember cleaning out pepperoni, literally pepperoni, out of my purse.
Oh, you had the courtesy to do it, in your purse.
I vomited in my purse.
Not in the car.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's
Nope.
cool.
I feel like with preachers, you always have an excuse, though. You can just look them dead in the eye and say, "Man, the devil got a hold of me last night. I don't know what happened."
That would work. That was.
They could not tell. They would have to feel sympathy. Is the only way to feel for you.
Yeah.
So she was so possessed, it wasn't pea soup. It was
I
a whole
blame it
other
on North
level.
Bullet.
Have you ever read the Old Testament? Yeah,
I blame it on North Bullet.
It is North Bullet's fault. They are some crazy rednecks.
Whatever.
So this Sunday, featured for Chad Daniels, we have Teresa McCammon. Are you going to come back and hang out with us?
I would love that.
Really?
Yes.
Offer always good.
I can always just have fun.
How do they say it? Mi casa su. You're Spanish. You speak. Is it mi casa su casa? Is that what that means?
Well, this isn't a house, so
it's
I think they have
this
an
is
app for
our
that.
house. This is really our house.
Translator app. Yeah, I think this. I would love to.
Well, we'd love
I
to
love
have
my
you back.
music. I know my music.
You do know your
We
music.
really have the.
Actually, I do know that about
we
it.
have.
I mean,
We have a little bit of everything here. You got
No,
the
I mean,
music.
I can really contribute to that. I really absolutely love it. I grew up with a
Music.
dad who was in radio all of my life, so you can only imagine what the answering machines sound like. back
give
in
us
the day.
give us a
Well,
sample.
you don't even have them anymore. But I'm serious. You would call my house and you would go, "Thanks for calling. We're not home right now, but if you leave your name and number, we'll get back to you." That is how my answering machine sounds.
And Lip Nation, if you would like Teresa to record a voicemail message for you,
I
sure.
do not have my father's voice.
If
I don't know how I didn't get into
If
radio.
you show up to the Chad Daniels show, I'm sure that you'd be very happy to
I
do
could have
that
been a
for
regular
Lip Nation.
Laura, man, and I didn't do
A
it.
regular Laura.
Well, normal
I will
Teresa.
be your
Normal
Nikki
Teresa.
Six.
I could do it. I should have been in.
I'm so glad you're here with us, and you're going to be back very soon. Open invite any show we do, and I
Thanks, Erick.
expect you to.
Thanks, Kevin. Seriously.
Very nice
Thanks
to
a
meet
lot.
She called me Erick.
Did you call me Kevin?
Punk ass bitches. What the hell's the problem?
That's what I'm used to
That's
hearing
what
from
he wants.
Teresa. Russ, are you okay over there? You going to fall over the chair?
I was just figuring out how to be like a third co-signer to the whole bring Teresa on.
Hey.
There it is. I think there's a bond here, right?
That's a natural North Bullet
we
E-Town
started-
bond.
yeah,
That's right.
That's just inevitable.
Once you get out of Jefferson County, the rules were different.
Well, let's see what develops here. And then maybe in 9 months there will be a Hardin Cox.
No, it's not going to take him 9 months.
I'm thinking Donaria, but that's
I love it.
I love it so much. Thanks so much again. Once again, this Sunday at the Caravan in Mid-City Mall, local comedian and now a contributor, I hope, to Shooting from the Lip, Miss Teresa McCammon, opening up for the great Chad Daniels at the Caravan. Check it out, 7:30. Tickets are still available, only for a short time the way they're going, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can get them all the way up to the day of the show.
All right. Well, Kevin, what are you doing Sunday night?
I do have a podcast at 9. But what are you doing?
I'm going to the Caravan.
All right.
I'm going to hang out with my friend Teresa because
if one can represent,
she is funny as shit. And I can't wait. I'm going to be there. We're going to have a good time. I'll support the Lip Nation and bring everybody out there. And I might wear the shirt.
There you go. Great segment.
You've worn it since last Thursday, so.
So, hey man, great show.